Apple Bank, where saving means amazing. Visit applebank.com. Time for the leadoff spot, brought to you by Laborers Local 741. Feel the power. And yesterday, the Mets got brilliant starting pitching from Sean Manaea, who struck out 11, gave up just 1 run over 7 innings. Today, you would have expected Sean to take it a little bit easy. But no, around 5:15 tonight, he was out by first base and was shouting fly balls in right field. So I had a chance to catch up with Sean earlier today, and he caught his breath. I said to him, you know, most pitchers take time to relax after their strike day. Not Sean Manaea.
It's the most amount of fun, yeah. But here's Andy over there. This is the reason why we do things. No, yeah, I think for a long time it was just you gotta pitch and you gotta be great and do everything possible, just like pitching. And you know, I think as I've gotten older, I've realized that it's just one facet of the game, and you can learn so much just by being out there and playing all the positions. And you don't have to at the same time. It's a lot of fun for me because before pitching, first base was the position I grew up playing. So. I just love it, and appreciate the craft. Like I said, your wife out there every time I'm out there, and just the way you guys have business is super cool to see, and just get to see from the exercise. So I just love doing that and trade exercise. So that's the main reason I do it.
Speaking of first base, before we talk about yesterday, Matt Olson just played his 900th consecutive game. You played against him, you played with him. That's an insane number. And what about him you allows him to be able to do something like that?
I mean, just a gamer, obviously. I mean, play 900 games in a row without, winning stick the ball, and, he's professional. He's got his routine that works for him, and he executes it every single day. And, I think besides 2019, when he broke his hammy bone, if it weren't for that, then, the streak would be even longer, which is like, crazy and stuff. He's a competitor, and wants to go out there and take the ball, and, just been playing with him, those games, and it's really cool being able to see that, from both sides of the field.
11 strikeouts yesterday. Well, that's not an easy task any time through. When you have a day like that, when do you feel like you have something special going? Is it pre-game, or is it as the game's going where you're thinking to yourself, all right, things are working today?
I think, I know I felt good, probably like in the bullpen. I just felt like I was, the ball was, I felt like I wasn't putting too much effort, and the ball was coming out well. And that's how if I'm doing that, then I think, I feel like everyone's so hard in the game. I came out throwing, 93s, 94s, 95s, and, I definitely know how much better I am when I'm at that velocity, and, it's great. So, I can't necessarily say, like, when I felt great, but, I know after, first couple of pitches, I was like, things are working right now, placing my fastball, generally where I want it, and, just working there.
You had said after the game yesterday that you knew the velocity was going to come back eventually, but you didn't just wake up and it came back. It had to take work. What have you had to do day to day to get it back to where it needs to be?
A lot of stuff in the training room, shoulder exercises, level exercises, stuff in the weight room, and then, working with McKinney and Justin, kind of like, we're playing this plan, and whenever we played the Angels, like the first time we kind of sat down and like, this is what we should do. And slowly over time, just kind of rebuild kind of what needed to happen, and I identified some things that, like how I should probably move, and slowly over time, just kind of reinforce those in game. Practicing it's easy, but if there's a amount of competing, it's, can't worry about any of that stuff. And, slowly over time, like, it's taking a long time to, like, have those feels and, like, do it in game and just have to feel good. So, it wasn't, I guess, you woke up one day and walked through hard, like, what we told, but, it's been a lot of work, and, I continue to do that because, it's just, that's what it takes to be the soul.
That was Sean Manaya on the leadoff spot, brought to you by Laborers Local 731. Feel the power. Take a break. More to come on the Apple Bank Mets pregame show. Apple Bank, where saving means amazing. Visit applebank.com. Back to Truist Park after the break on Odyssey Mets Radio.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877 Cars for Kids to speak to a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Go to carsforkids.org now, or call 877 Cars for Kids to donate your car today.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
You know you can donate real estate too. Go to carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Take your taste buds to the candy shop with the irresistible taste of cotton candy extra strength 5-hour energy shots. A delicious swirl of vanilla with a sweet but sugar-free fruity twist. Plus the classic 5-hour energy blend of B vitamins, nutrients, and caffeinated kick. Don't miss out on a perfectly sweet and impossibly nostalgic treat. Get your cotton candy extra strength 5-hour energy shots today. For more information, visit 5hourenergy.com.
Living in the city that never sleeps, you need a powerful home connection that keeps pace with your midnight grind. Keep your connection as legendary as the city itself. If you're a Verizon mobile customer, switch to Fios Home Internet and get reliable 100% fiber optic speed for just $20 a month. It's high-speed fiber dependability for less than a week of subway rides. Visit Verizon.com and switch today. Availability varies. For new Fios customers with auto-pay, mobile plus home, and bonus discount. Enrollment required. One offer per eligible account. Additional terms apply. Limited time offer.
A hotel might have a bar, a resort, a spa. But if you want it all, dining, gaming, pool, and more, it takes a village. It takes a Borgata. Visit theborgata.com to learn more. Plus, it's going to call 1-800-GAMBLE.
Welcome to a car that learns your routine. Welcome to a car that parks itself. Welcome to Mercedes-Benz. Go to your local dealer for incredible deals on the GLC and GLE SUVs at the Welcome Home Celebration going on now. In the top of the fourth, Newsday's Mets beat reporter Laura Albanese joins Howie and Keith for the Newsday Mets Insider Report.
Welcome back to the Apple Bank Mets pregame show. Apple Bank, where saving means amazing. Visit applebank.com. Let's check the leaderboard presented by Mercedes-Benz. Visit your local dealer today. Well, over the last 6 games, the Mets have won 5 of those, in large part because the offense, even with the shutout in Game 2 against Pittsburgh, has been putting up a ton of runs. Over the last 6 games, the Mets have scored 42 runs, which is the most in the National League and second most in baseball, behind the Boston Red Sox, who have scored 49. The next best National League team over the last week, that would be the Chicago Cubs, who have scored just 34 runs compared to the 42 for the Mets. And the wins have racked up because of it, having won 5 of their last 6. Time for our keys to the game, brought to you by Key Food. Look for all your favorite products at your local Key Food. Key Food and their family of supermarkets. And it's key that the Mets just continue to do what they have done. They've been playing a really solid brand of baseball with great starting pitching, timely hitting, and they played the field very well. It's just key that the Mets continue to do that and they'll continue to perform well on the field. We'll take one final break and wrap up the Apple Bank Mets pregame show. On the other side, Apple Bank, where saving meets amazing. Visit applebank.com. Back to Travis Park after the break on Odyssey Mets Radio.
Carpal tunnel syndrome, heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra, vutrisiran, is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible side effects of Amvuttra. For prescribing information, call 1-833-256-2748 or learn more at amvuttra.com. Ask your doctor about Amvuttra for ATTR-CM.
John Crook here. And baseball stats can tell you a lot. When your car breaks, you want a company that has all the right stats on your team. CarShield's been in business for over 20 years. That's staying power. They're America's most trusted auto protection. That's reputation. They've sold over 3 million contracts. That's a whole lot of happy drivers. Let CarShield help with costly repairs when an unexpected breakdown happens.
Don't get caught looking. Get a free quote today at carshield.com. Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at carshield.com.
Hey, Sal Licata here for CertaPro Painters, and my wife is still satisfied. By my good friends at CertaPro Painters. They work fast and clean, and if she's happy, you better believe I'm happy. Big jobs or small, the good folks at CertaPro Painters are at your service. If you've been putting off a painting project, give them a call. 1-800-GO-CERTA. That's CERTA with a C, and you'll see exactly what I mean. 1-800-GO-CERTA. Call CertaPro Painters today and get a no-nonsense free estimate on a professional job that you'll be happy with for years to come.
Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated right here in our community. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com.
You can count on our friends at Ridgewood Savings Bank to show you the community banking difference with cutting-edge conveniences and a century-long tradition of award-winning service. Ridgewood is the financial partner you can count on today, tomorrow, and all the years to come. Whether you prefer to bank at your local neighborhood branch, from home, or on the go, they're always here to help you reach your goals. Let our friends at Ridgewood be the full-service banking partner you can count on to support you in your financial journey. Visit ridgewoodbank.com to find out more. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Baseball fans, what do you pay for wireless every month? Red Pocket Mobile Summer Savings Event has a full year of annual plus for $180. $15 a month on your choice of 3 major nationwide 5G networks. Redpocket.com. Red Pocket Mobile, your new ultimate cell carrier.
Sloman's has the AC offer of the century. Get 18 months with 0 payments and 0 interest. Call today for more details and your free estimate. Call 516-932-7000.
Play the newest scratch-off game for the New York Lottery. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY.
Welcome back as we wrap up the Apple Bank Mets pregame show. Apple Bank, where saving meets amazing. Visit applebank.com. A reminder, for every home run hit by the Mets this season, the Odyssey Mets Radio Network will donate $25 to Cars for Kids charity. We are donating. You can too. Donate your car, boat, or real estate at carsforkids.com today. That'll do it for the Apple Bank Mets pregame show. On the other side, Keith Brad joins us for lineups and first pitch between the Mets and Braves. Enjoy the ball game, folks. This is Odyssey Mets Radio.
This has been the Apple Bank Mets pregame show. Apple Bank, where saving meets amazing. Visit applebank.com. By Spectrum. Spectrum fiber-powered internet. The most reliable internet you can count on. RWJ Barnabas Health. Official partner of Odyssey Mets Radio. Visit rwjbh.org. St. Joachim and Nursing and Rehabilitation Center. Peerless Boilers. Visit peerlessboilers.com for a dealer near you. Westbury Toyota, #1 superstore. Old Country Road, Westbury. Elect 825, building our future. And by Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center. This is Odyssey Mets Radio.
Running a business can feel like pitching 9 innings every day. And with changing tax laws and market pressures, you can't afford an error in the field. That's where Baker Tilly Anshin comes in. Baker Tilly Anshin are in the dugout guiding business owners and investors through complex tax and financial decisions. and helping them stay focused on the big win, growth. When experience matters, let Baker Tilly Anshin deliver value where others can't. Visit ANCHIN.com. Baker Tilly Anshin, proud partner of the New York Mets.
New York Presbyterian provides access to expert care wherever you are, with over 450 locations across New York City and Westchester. Our world-class doctors from Columbia and Weill Cornell Medicine are leaders in their fields, bringing their expertise to every patient visit, from annual exams to specialized care. It's unparalleled convenience, so wherever you live, you and your family get expert care close to home. New York Presbyterian. Book an appointment at nyp.org. Restrictions apply.
It's 2026 New York Mets baseball.
Here is Ewing. Left-hand batter drills one in the air to deep right field. Tolbert's going back. This is going to go. Home run, upper tank.
1-2 is drilled. This is out to deep right field, out toward the bullpen, and long gone. Whoa, over the canopy in the visitors' bullpen. An absolute moonshot from Juan Soto. Beatty swings and drives one right field. Rancones going back to the wall. He'll turn and watch it fly. 5 rows deep in right center field. Brett Beatty, a solo home run. 1-2 to Perez. Swung at it this way. 3. Put it for books.
New York Mets baseball is brought to you by Nissan. Now is the time to save on an award-winning Nissan at the Nissan Now sales event. The New York Lottery. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY. Bigelow Tea. Grab a mug and tea proudly. Red Pocket Mobile. Your new ultimate cell carrier. The Rothenberg Law Firm. InjuryLawyer.com. Drive Well Infusion, the official IV partner of Odyssey Mets Radio. Veg ER for Pets. Official emergency veterinarian group of Odyssey Mets Radio. Emu Health, the official pediatric dental partner of the New York Mets Radio Network. Emu Health, move forward. Optimum Fiber, famously fast fiber internet. The Chef IQ Sense. Never under or overcook your chicken, fish, or meat again. Buy yours today at ChefIQ.com. 877 Cars for Kids. That's Cars with a K. To donate your car today. And by Sloman's. Save on AC today.
And live from Truist Park in Atlanta, Georgia, this is New York Mets baseball. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game set between the New York Mets and the Atlanta Braves. A happy Monday night, everybody. Alongside Pat McCarthy, my name is Keith Radso. We continue to live out of a suitcase for the next couple of days. Mets continue on, which is their final long road trip away from Citi Field. But it's been a good one. They took all 3 in Cleveland, took 2 out of 3 in Pittsburgh, and they set up against the first place Atlanta Braves. Mets are 52-67. The Braves are one of 4 teams with more than 70 wins. They're 71-47, but one of their kryptonites, if you will, this year has been the Mets. The Mets have won 6 out of 10. This is the final 3 games of the season series. Good pitching matchup. Couple 27-year-olds. Right-hander Christian Scott will go for the Mets. And Bryce Elder, former All-Star, will pitch for the Atlanta Braves. It is hot in Atlanta. That's why they call it Hotlanta. It is 88 degrees and humid here, but a pretty night for baseball. Tonight's game time temperature brought to you by Peerless Boilers. Visit PeerlessBoilers.com for information and a dealer near you. Remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers. Pat and I will come back and talk about that Scott versus Elder pitching matchup next on Odyssey Mets Radio, powered by the all-new Nissan Sentra.
Kids would do just about anything to avoid the dentist. That's why Emu Health Pediatric Dental Care, under general anesthesia, offers a safe, comfortable option for children and special needs patients of all ages who may feel anxious about dental treatment. Your child sleeps comfortably during the procedure, and at Emu Health, wait times are often much shorter than other places. Emu Health accepts most dental and medical insurance plans, including Medicaid. Visit emuhealth.com. Emu Health. Move forward.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Does your credit have you stressed about buying a car? Is the thought of getting denied for an auto loan overwhelming? The team at Hudson Honda in West New York, New Jersey understands and wants you to know there is a solution. Not only is the goal at Hudson Honda 100% credit approval, but they work with customers in all types of credit situations, which enables them to help get people just like you approved. Call 201-620-2602 today. That's 201-620-2602. Let Hudson Honda get you the credit you deserve. Hey, baseball fans, it's game time. Gear up for the season with Key Food and their family of supermarkets. Your one-stop shop for all your game day essentials. Whether you're grilling up hot dogs or snacking on peanuts and popcorn, Key Food has you covered with a selection that never strikes out. Plus, as proud sponsors of Odyssey Mets Radio, Key Food and their family of supermarkets brings every thrilling moment straight to you. Key Food. The difference is key.
Do all your grocery shopping right now from your own dugout. Go to shop.foodbazaar.com. Use promo code FANSGET10 and get $10 off your first order of $50. That's shop.foodbazaar.com.
A hotel might have a bar, a resort, a spa, but if you want it all, dining, gaming, pool, and more, it takes a village. It takes a Borgata. Visit theborgata.com to learn more. Must be Plus. Get call 1-800-DINNER.
Back at Truist Park, Mets and Braves first of 3, and these days with the Mets 15 games under 500. They're playing well though, but 15 games under 500. A lot of looks toward the future and some reasons to be certainly intrigued by Mets baseball. The offense has A.J. Ewing and Carson Bench. In fact, we're going to see another Christian Scott outing tonight. Certainly exciting. Yeah, the starting pitching is always exciting. When you have guys that can take control of the game, you feel like you have a chance to win. And that is something the Mets had lacked so much this season. But right now, the Mets have 4 guys that when they go out there, you expect them to at least be in the game. Christian Scott is certainly one of those guys. He's 3-3 with a 3.15 ERA. Last time against Cleveland, he struck out 7. Gave up 3 runs over 5 innings. He'll go up against Bryce Elder, the 27-year-old and all-star back in 2023. Mets got to him back on June 14th at Citi Field to the tune of 6 runs over 4 innings with 10 hits. But he, like a lot of these Braves starting pitchers, has been really good recently. 7 innings, 1 hit, 1 run, 3 strikeouts in his last start against Miami. In his last 4 starts, he's 3-0 with a 1.88 ERA. He has given up just 14 hits over 24 innings pitched. Elder's 8-6 with a 3.69 ERA. Elder against Scott. That is the pitching matchup in Game 1. We will get to the starting lineups and first pitch between the Mets and Braves on the other side when we return to Atlanta. On Odyssey Mets Radio, powered by the all-new Nissan Sentra.
Diving for that grounder got you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Layup, take you down. We've got specialists for that. With nearly 50 Castle Connolly top doctors, Orland Cohen specialists are considered among the best in the nation by their peers, which can mean a better outcome for you. From Staten Island to Southampton, our network is open 7 days a week, so you can feel better, faster. Visit OrlandCohen.com.
Hey, it's Bruno Esiason. I played pro football long enough to know that winning means showing up when the pressure's on. Your internet is no different. When the whole house is online, you need the one that performs under pressure. That's Optimum's famously fast fiber internet. Optimum fiber blows flaky 5G out of the water and keeps it cool with the fastest and most reliable speed. And right now, they have the deal of the summer. Just $30 a month for 5 years. Call 888-4-OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com or stop by your local Optimum store today. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
Labor's Local 731 has been responsible for some of the biggest and most celebrated infrastructure projects in New York City, like the rebuild of the World Trade Center and the new LaGuardia Airport. Local 731 provides qualified and competent laborers to fill the demand that the construction industry not only requires but deserves. Its members and leadership have fought hard for wages and benefits that open the path to the middle class that every hardworking American deserves. Laborers Local 731. Feel the power.
Your home is more than a place. It's where life happens. When it's time to upgrade, choose Marvin Windows.
From Riverhead Building Supply, Marvin combines timeless design with lasting performance, so every room feels brighter, more comfortable, and more inviting. At Riverhead, we make the process simple, from helping you select the perfect style to coordinating expert installation. We're ready for what's next, just like you. Visit Riverhead Building Supply today.
New Jersey's got a lot of summer wow. From sun and wows to fun and wows. And every wow in between. Find your wow at NJ.org. New Jersey, a lot of wow.
Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center is the world's best cancer center, with a team you can count on. From breakthrough treatments to compassionate support, their experts take care of you at every step. People treated for cancer at MSK live better, longer. This is what we do. Learn more at msk.org/start here.
Back in Atlanta, lineup cards are being exchanged at home plate with our home plate umpire, Corey Blazer. So let's get you tonight's starting lineup. Brought to you by Westbury Toyota #1 Superstore, Old Country Road, Westbury. Start with the New York Mets, who have won 5 of 6 on this road trip and enter play tonight. Still in 5th place in the National League East, 19.5 games back of the Braves at 52 and 67. Leading off in center field, it's A.J. Ewing. Francisco Lindor is the Mets shortstop, batting second. Bo Bichette bats third and plays third. Carson Bench is the best right fielder in the cleanup spot. Jared Young bats 5th and plays first base. Marcus Semien is the second baseman, batting 6th. Brett Beard bats 7th and plays left field. The DH is Jorge Polanco, batting 8th and batting 9th. Then is the catcher, Francisco Alvarez. On the mound for the Mets, 27-year-old right-hander Christian Scott, 3-3 with a 3.15 ERA. One more time for the Mets. It's the birthday boy, A.J. Ewing, Lindor, Bichette, Bench, Young, Semien, Beatty, Polanco, and Alvarez. And now for the first place Atlanta Braves. At 71 and 47, led by Walt Weiss. Leading off, the DH, Drake Baldwin. Ronald Acuna Jr. is the right fielder, batting 2nd. Matt Olson bats 3rd and plays 1st. This is his 901st consecutive game. Michael Harris is the center fielder in the cleanup spot, followed by second baseman Ozzie Albies. Mauricio Dubon bats 6th in left field. Austin Riley is the third baseman, batting 7th. Jim Jarvis plays short, he'll bat 8th. The Mets see catcher Sean Murphy for the first time this season. He will bat 9th. On the mound is right-hander Bryce Elder, 8 and 6 with a 3.69 ERA. Baldwin, Acuna, Olson, Harris, Albies, Dubon, Riley, Jarvis, and Murphy. Serta Pro Painters, experts at painting the corners, call 1-800-GO-SERTA. And now to paint the word picture here on a beautiful Monday night where the tarp is rolled up in Atlanta. Here's Keith Rabb.
Thank you very much, Pat. That is certainly the most beautiful sight anytime we come to Atlanta. And this is the last time the Mets will be in Atlanta in 2026. They haven't minded some of these trips for the first time in a while. The Mets are 6-4 against the Braves this year, and the season for the Mets is going the opposite way where they would like to be going. The Braves are headed to the playoffs one way, shape, or form. The Mets are not headed to the playoffs, but the Mets are 1 win away over the next 3 and winning a season series, and they have not done that against these Atlanta Braves since 2017. So it's always nice to be a thorn in the side of your rival. You can ask the Miami Marlins how they feel about that. They have to play toward the end of every season where the season's on the line. It is certainly a lot to play for the Mets. But we're going to try to once again keep the good vibes going on this road trip. 1-3 in Cleveland. One game yesterday to complete a series win over Pittsburgh. And so from one playoff hole to another to a division leader, here go the Mets 4-3 in Atlanta. And they'll see Bryce Elder, as Pat mentioned. He's coming off of his next latest and greatest start. He's been really good over his last few. He just made his 100th start against Miami. 7 innings, gave up 1 hit and 1 run. That's pretty good. He's facing the Mets for the second time this year. First pitch to A.J. Ewing, the lefty. Misses outside, 89-mile-an-hour sinker. And a count of 1-0. We begin here at 7:16 on this Monday night in Atlanta. 7:15 starts the whole week. The 1-0, slaps the outside corner. Sinker for a strike, and it's 1-1. 7:15 tomorrow and Wednesday. Mets will finally go home after this 9-game trip on Wednesday, have the off day Thursday, and then set up for the Nationals on Friday. But for A.J. Ewing, he is thinking about today. Today is his 22nd birthday. Here's the 1-1. missed outside, 2 balls and a strike, and I think about 2 hours ago, sitting in the dugout, Pat looks at me and goes, 22. Oh, it was kind of a nod to go, the talent on this kid, and to go, I wish I was still 22. Why does he get to be 22? The 2-1 is lined over first, base hit heading into right field. Trouble hopper all the way to the wall in right. It gets stuck under the fence. Acuna puts his hands up, and Ewing's going to keep on running. The umpire in right field, Jansen Visconti, going down the first baseline, is pointing the 2 way up into the sky, so it's a ground rule double for A.J. Ewing on his birthday. Andrew Joseph Ewing, as he was born in Ohio many years ago, only 22 of them. He's on base for the leadoff 2-base hit. That's a good start for the Mets. Ball got caught underneath the fence. You know what's interesting is the umpires blew that play dead. You know, Acuna throws his hands up to indicate that the ball is caught underneath the wall, but normally they let the play run out, and then the umpires will go check it and say, okay, yes, ball was lodged, we're going to place Ewing back at second, but they immediately ruled the play dead, which is really strange. Andy Green came out to talk to the umpires, so they're going to talk to us.
Outfield wall.
Hold on, Eddie, you got to get that.
I feel like the ball was lined to the outfield wall. Yorker's out.
So, it's a pretty wide gap. The ball does go underneath the wall. It doesn't disappear from the field. It doesn't get lodged. And truly, with Ronald Acuna in right field, I mean, all bets are off. I know he's been out there for 7 years. But just because he throws his hands up doesn't mean he knows the rules. And sometimes they tell you if it's stuck, just throw your hands up. But A.J. Ewing was running. He could have scored on this because Acuna got to the wall and stopped. Right, with his hands up and got the umpire's attention. They blew it dead, just like you said. And the Mets have asked for a least. It's under review. I think he said a crucial review because you really can't challenge this. I mean, the way that it is underneath the wall, but it's moving. You can go get it. Yeah. It's not as if it's stuck. And this completely just depends on what the ground rules are here specifically, which they should have just done 4 pitches ago, right? When they give the lineups, first game of the series, they'll go over some of those ground rules. So the 3 of the 4 umpires are huddling between home and third, right on the foul line. Andy Fletcher is the crew chief. He's at second. Jansen Visconti made a call. He's at first base. Alex Tosi is not part of this little collab. He's at third. Corey Blazer is the umpire behind the plate. That is tonight's umpires lineup, sponsored by RWJ Barnabas Health, official partner of Odyssey Mets Radio. Visit rwjbh.org. So, yeah, Bryce Elder standing on the mound going, can I throw a couple warm-up tosses here? I was just getting going from my pitch, my outing. And A.J. Ewing is standing there at second base with his helmet tucked between his arm and his side, talking to the shortstop, Jim Jarvis. Trying to get an idea of what, at the end of the day, what could they could maybe put him at third? Yeah. They're not going to say he's going to score, even though he probably would have if you played it all the way out. But you'd like to find at least an appropriate happy medium, unless Acuna just totally botched something that's not even close to being something you can throw your hands up for. So they're just standing around. Again, there are 2 umpires back at the replay center in New York that are looking at everything, and they will tell these umpires what the call is. So Andy Fletcher, who has been an umpire for a long time, has his arms crossed, the earpiece in. He's not saying anything, he's doing all the listening. And I would bet that whoever is in the replay room is currently looking up the specific ground rules here at Truist Park. Because that's going to be key. The ball has to be blocked. And it's just whether or not that ball, by definition here, is blocked. So in right field, under the shop house, they have the see-through fence, the green padding, and under the green padding, as we saw the ball go under, is a little space. It's almost like if you're playing wiffle ball or stick ball or something, and the ball goes in the sewer, right in the curb. But imagine that there wasn't that much room. You could just go reach in and grab it and pull it out. That's kind of the situation that Acuna had in right field.
Like, that ball could have easily spun out.
Right.
And it would have been a live ball.
He made no effort to go get it. He just ran over, put his hands up, which is the right play from his perspective if he feels like the ball is lost. Because immediately when you go in to go get it, you're then playing it out. This is a very long review. Even some of the fans who are sitting in the hot Atlanta evening are wondering what we're doing here.
I feel like as long as this goes, they're just going to leave him at second base. But I have no idea. Let's see.
Here we go, Eddie Fletcher.
After the review, the outfield is overturned. The ball was not lodged under the wall. It was sitting underneath the padding, not lodged into the padding. The runner is going to award second base. The also returning their challenge.
So nothing changed. That doesn't make any sense.
So now Weiss wants to know what's going on. He comes out of the first base dugout. Andy Green comes out of the third base dugout. Green should say that he should at least be on third. I don't know what Weiss wants to. Maybe what Weiss is saying, well, what is he my right fielder supposed to do?
He should absolutely be on third. Or just whether I guess they can. I don't know.
But one of those situations where I think I saw Tim Leeper kind of waving you on. Keep going, keep going. But the umpires, when the umpires are that confident and stop play, they follow through. But I think the Mets may take this and put it in their back pocket and say, I don't really care what the umpires say. Just run. Just score. Go as far as you can. Let them figure it out.
And Ewing never broke stride around second base. He was going to third.
The umpires spoken to Andy Green. He's back in the dugout on the steps. Walt Weiss just now leaves his conversation with Corey Glazer. And Bryce Elder's thrown about 15 pitches in between just to stay loose.
So the Mets win the challenge, but they don't get anything.
Have you ever heard that before?
No, it's dumb.
All right, so that's the first batter of the ball game. And here's Francisco Lindor with a runner at second. Switch hitter batting left. Elder offers. Pitch misses high with a fastball. 1-0. So A.J. Ewing has our first Mets hit of the game, brought to you by Hudson Honda, where bad credit is no problem. Get it really fast and hit the road. Visit HudsonHonda.com today. 1-0. Grounded right side. The second baseman Albies slides to his left to collect. Waits for Olsen to cover. Throws over that way. They get Lindor for the first out. Ewing now goes to third base. He's there with one away. Bo Bichette is coming up. Take a look at the Atlanta Braves defensively. Ronald Acuna Jr., we already said his name early in this one. He's in right field. Michael Harris the second in center. Mauricio Dubon plays left field. The infield, which is drawn in here with a runner at third. Austin Riley at third. Jim Jarvis at short. Ozzie Albies at second. Matt Olson at first. Sean Murphy catching his 17th. Pitch to Bichette. Elder misses outside and low with a sinker. Ball one.
Just confusing.
And it's definitely confusing. You don't really see the call in the field be confirmed. Nothing changed. And then both umpires come out to figure what the heck. Both managers come out to go, what's going on? Next pitch to Bichette. Line to the left side. Fast hit past the diving Jim Jarvis. Here comes Ewing to score anyway. The Mets get on board first yet again. This good offensive road trip continues. Three batters in here in Atlanta. The Mets have a 1-0 lead. And guess who? Bo Bichette, who now has 12 RBIs against the Braves this year. He is 18 for 44 with that hit to left. So a good start for the Mets. Now they scored 11 runs on 15 hits yesterday. They've now scored 43 runs on this road trip. Here's Banks. First pitch to the lefty, misses outside. Slider, ball one.
They keep everything works out. No harm, no foul.
I guarantee you, once this inning is done, Andy Green's going to come out and go, hold on a minute, let me get that straight again and talk about this again. A runner at first, one out, 1-0. Bench takes high, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Carson Bench been on in 13 straight. What do you want to know? The good, or the better? We've got him hitting 272. Last 7 games, he is 10 for 29 with an OPS over 1,000. That's good for the month of August. He's been excellent. 2-0. Misses high. Snap throw from Murphy to first. Bichette back in safely with a dive. Count 3-0 on Carson Bench. Jared Young coming up. Mets first run of the game, sponsored by Sloman's. Call or visit ac.slomans.com. Event pricing on Central AC. Well, Bench strength 3-0. We've seen it a couple times from these bets this week. Pitch. Swinging, he swings and misses. Sinker about letter high, it's 3-1. That's a young kid, having seen Marcus Semien do it twice on this road trip. The veterans in the clubhouse, the young guys are looking around. They will see that, see the example, and then do their thing. 3-1. Breaking ball in for a strike, but now it's 3-2. Bryce Elder making start number 23. Pitched with a 3.69 ERA. Probably some good results for him, even though he's had a lot of adjusting to make in season 5. Second season he was an all-star. Great big ground ball, sinker baller. Has not been getting ground balls like he used to. Runner goes, 3-2 pitch taken high and in for ball 4. The throw to second is in time for the out, but it's ball 4. Bench isn't moving. Now he's getting undressed. Bichette stays at second. That was a really close pitch. I wonder, they played it out to see if maybe Murphy would want to challenge. I don't think he has challenged. He should have, though, because that would have been strike 3 according to stat there. So right in the 13th, what's happening? Pitch is a full ball late in the zone. That would have been strike 3. And Tim Leeser was emphatically pointing to Bichette. Stay on second base. Already seen that this year. 1-0 Mets. Here's Jared Young. 1 out pitch. This up high fastball, and it's 1-0. Remember blowing the World Series, Toronto? I think the batter was Dalton Marshall. Bichette was at first base. He thought a pitch was ball 4, so he went from first to second. It was called a strike. Remember, the batter was getting undressed too. Bichette got caught between first and second and was thrown out. So maybe Cole learned his lesson and he just went to second, stayed at second. Now the catcher, Sean Murphy, is out there talking to Bryce Elder. Again, a weird start because 4 pitches in, we had a long, about 4 minutes. Good chance review on a A.J. Ewing double. Since then, Ewing has come around to score. The Mets have first and second. Still just 1 out, and I'm sure Bryce Elder got knocked off kilter there in this first inning. Still has felt like a weird beginning to this ball game. So here's Young, 1-0. Elder's next pitch. Swing a line drive right field. Acuna coming in, plays it on a hop. He throws quickly to second. Bench slides in safely there. Bichette stops to third. Single for Young, and that's how the bases loaded. It was close at second because Carson Bench had to hold up. That was almost a short hop into the lap of Ronald Acuna Jr. in right field. It was a strong arm. As soon as the ball dropped, Bench took off, and Acuna almost threw him out.
Boy, and Acuna's lucky, too. He got caught with an in-between hop. He pulled up, and the ball nearly skipped past him.
And now Semien, the Mets really could blow this thing open early here. Elder steps off for a disengagement. Mets have a 1-0 lead, so this crowd is quiet. Elder is in a little bit of a funk. He's given up 4 base runners already. Pitch. Outside and low, miss with a sinker. That's 1 ball, no strikes. Semien's found some power lately. 5 homers in the 20 games since he's come back from the IL. That was on July 18th. He has 14 homers for the year. 1-0. Swing and a miss. Right through a changeup. That's 1-1. For Elder, you see the Mets a bunch. Saw back in June. Gave up 6 runs on 10 hits in 4 innings. Including a couple of home runs. Has a 5 ERA in 6 starts and 1 relief appearance against the Mets. 1-1. Semien fouls it behind home plate toward the third base on deck circle. And it's 1-2. So Bichette's at third, Bench at second, Young at first. The infield playing back with 1 out, trying to get a double play. Then double on Semien and Young the runner at first. Outfield straight up. Elder pops in, and now comes set. 1-2. Check swing roller foul to the right. Goes right along the front railing of that Braves dugout. That is fully booked from end to end. And all those Braves, coaches. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Simeon goes down on the slider. So Elder with a huge strikeout. And now the threat's still there. Bases loaded. 2 outs. 1-0 Mets in the first. And here's Brett Beatty, who's been hit cold lately. 2 for his last 23. So Simeon, who's been really good in those moments, especially lately, comes up short. And here's Beatty, who's 3 for 11 against Elder lifetime. First pitch, swinging at the high fly ball, right center field. Acuna back, he looks up, this one is gone! Grand slam, Brett Beatty! 5-0 Mets in the first inning. The place where he hit his first major league home run. This one, a big one in the first inning. Into the Braves bullpen in deep right center field. Beatty back in Atlanta makes his first inning hurt. 5-0 Mets on Beatty's 8th of the year. What a slot. I talk about picking up your teammate. He got a breaking ball right in the middle of the zone. It was a slider. And Elder hung it. Here's Polanco batting left. First pitch outside, ball 1. You can feel that it's a spot that if you just catch the right one, you could break this thing open the way this person started. Beatty jumps all over like you said that. 1-0. Check swing. He held up. Pitch low. It's ball 2. And as a lefty, you can't ask for a better pitch than that. 407 feet, disappearing over the high brick wall into the bullpen. 2-0. Little ground ball towards third. Riley charges from the grass, bobbles the ball and has no play. Polanco is safe. That was a sure out. And Riley just bumped it. Popped right out of his glove. So the Braves would like to hit the old refresh on the keyboard here in this game because it's a populated start for them. And the Mets are just taking it all in. The Mets are just picking up where they left off. And this is what we saw the other day. So now the 9th man of the plate in the first inning. Who are these post-deadline Mets? They're out to a 5-0 lead. First pitch. Alvarez takes outside, ball 1. They called it an infield hit, even though the entire ballpark knew that Riley should have had Polanco. No problem getting to the ball, and if he threw it, he would have thrown Polanco out. 1-0, missed up high, ball 2. So Bryce Elder, Brett Beatty, by the way, in that dugout, is all smiles. Bryce Elder's thrown 26 pitches. 2 outs, 5-0 Mets. 2-0. Right down the pipe. Called strike of the sinker. It's 2-1. Alvarez, 13 homers. Been number 13 yesterday. 29 RBIs. 783 OPS. Strong numbers for Alvarez. 2-1. Wide over short base hit going into left field. Polanco stops at second as Dubon gets it back in. The Mets are not done. They're going to send their 10th man to the plate in the top of the first. Already leading 5-0. And Jeremy Hefner, the Braves pitching coach, is going to come out to talk to Bryce Elder. 29 pitches already for Elder. It's getting to the point where the Braves are going to have to get somebody up soon. Braves starters have got 18 consecutive starts, giving up 3 runs or less. And Elder's done it and more. First time through in the first inning. And again, you have to go back to a little bit that long review where Elder, as he's waiting for Andy Fletcher to get off the horn with New York, is just throwing to the catcher, just trying to stay loose. What are we doing? Is it a double? Is it a triple? Where are you going to put Ewing? That 4-minute break has certainly paid dividends for the Mets. So here's Ewing, who started this whole party with that double. First pitch, foul back. That's strike 1. I mean, Bryce Elder, we told you coming in, great start against Miami. His last 4 starts before today, 5 earned runs in 24 innings. Well, he's given up 5 runs in the top of the first. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Change up. And he has Ewing 0-2. Polanco at second. He reached on the infield hit. Alvarez with a single. He's on first. Into it back around to the right. 0-2. Bounces up there, but Murphy blocks it in front of the plate. That keeps the runners at first and second. Bryce Elder on what is already a hot, humid night in Atlanta, sweating big time. 32 first inning pitches. And where Brett Beatty hit that home run after that right center field bullpen, Braves have some bodies moving around. Polanco at second, Alvarez at first. Pitch down low. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Ewing. Who picked up his 16th double of the year. For A.J. Ewing, this is game number 79. Infield back. Elder sets his pitch. Taking a line drive right field. Acuna throwing around and now in. Makes the catch. And that ends the inning. But the Mets with 5 runs in the top of the first. A half inning that lasts 21 minutes. 10 men come to the plate. Braves coming up next on Odyssey Mets Radio, powered by the all-new Nissan Sentra. Here comes the pitch. Foul ball.
For all your home improvement needs, windows, doors, siding, or roofing, visit unifiedwindows.com or call 888-631-2131.
For once, listen to your kids. Do what your boss says. Take the annoying advice from your mom. Remember what that woman in the coffee line had to say. And don't wait for a stranger in the comment section to tell you. They said it, but when Hand and Stone says it, they mean it. Just relax. Book a tailored facial or relaxing massage at a Hand and Stone near you. Learn more at handandstone.com or visit your local spa.
Emo Health specializes in pediatric dental care under general anesthesia. From a dedicated dental clinic to a full multi-specialty medical center, Emo Health supports families and special needs patients, accepting all major insurance plans, including most Medicaid plans. For the best in pediatric dental care under general anesthesia, family medicine, sports medicine, orthopedic, surgery, and women's health, visit the official pediatric dental partner of New York Mets Radio, EMUHealth.com. Emo Health. Move forward.
New Jersey's got a lot of summer wow. From sun and wows to fun and wows. And every wow in between. Find your wow at NJ.org. New Jersey. What a lot of wow.
The first inning is brought to you by Denso, first-time fit auto parts. They fit the first time and every time. Denso Auto Parts are available at Parts Authority, where the answer is yes. This baseball is presented in part by Hill Group, insurance, benefits, and HR solutions. Visit hillgroup.com.
We go to the bottom of the first in Atlanta, 5-0 Mets. What a gift for Christian Scott, who makes the start. First pitch to Drake Baldwin is in for a strike. And the count 0-1. Baldwin, Acuna, and Olsen, who were just standing out there for a very long top of the first inning. First pitch was thrown at 7:16. The Braves were out there for 21 minutes defensively. And the Mets just scored 5 runs on 6 hits. For the Brett Beatty grand slam. 0-1. Baldwin flies one foul down the left field line. The count 0-2. Now, on the one end, 5 runs in the first inning is still very met for the last couple of days. The other thing is, this ain't our first trip to Atlanta. This is not our first rodeo to Truist Park. And so for those that are probably driving around thinking, this game is all over, think again. Here's the 0-2 to Baldwin. Line to right center field, that's a base hit. Baldwin hits one up and down, Carlos Martinez on the track. Steps and slants, fires one towards second, but Baldwin is in with a stand-up double. Again, we're in Atlanta. So here come the Braves, trying to get something back after really crashing top of the first. Baldwin catches the hanger, and chops off a 2-base hit. Take a look at the Mets defensive alignment brought to you by Orlando Ford Orthopedic Group, ranked #1 in New York by Castle Connolly. We've got specialists for that. Brett Beatty's in left field, A.J. Ewing in center, Carson Benz in right. Here's Acuna batting second. Pitch. Scott pitches in, one ball and a strike. Bichette at third, Lindor at short, Semien at second, Young at first, with Alvarez catching Scott. Scott set and a 1-0. Swing and a miss. Fastball at 95. And it is 1-1. For Acuna, when he last saw the Mets, the last series these two teams played, was his first back from injury. It was just 1 for 11 in that series. Hitting .243 though for the year with a dozen homers. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. He went around on a cutter down and away. And the count 1-2. But for Scott, he's still trying to set the tone with a shutdown inning. But at the same time, he's coming in from the bullpen right around the same time Bryce Elder is, and he's pacing, sitting in that third base dugout, watching the Mets score all these runs, but he's trying to regain that blood flow again here. The set and the 1-2. Mixed outside, sweeper. There's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Diddy was Corey Blackson. Laser asking Jansen Visconti. And Jansen non-verbally just wipes it away, says, with his hands. No, he didn't. Up 2-2 on Acuna. 5-0 Mets, first inning. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Threw McCutter away. Down goes Ronald Acuna Jr. So Scott's first out comes to be a strikeout. And that'll bring up Matt Olson. His first strikeout of the game, brought to you by Weichert Liquors. Don't settle for a good age, you go for a great one at Weichert.com. Olson having another stout season, hitting 34 homers. First pitch here, Ben blowing in with a sweeper. 1 ball, no strikes. Olson right now 1 home run shy of tying Jordan Alvarez and Kyle Schwarber. Both those guys have 35. Also tied with Hunter Goodman of the Rockies, who's had a great season with 34. Scott's 1-0. Outside, missed with a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. There's 2 balls and no strikes. Olson has hit 6 of those 34 against the Mets. Jake Baldwin out there at second base, 1 out. Scott set. The righty's pitch. In for strike, cutter, and it's 2-1. Now Olson just 1 for 7 with 5 strikeouts against Christian Scott. Scott last time out pitched Tuesday against Cleveland. That game that went 10 innings. Mets won 6-5. Went 5 innings in that game. Here's a 2-1. Hit hard up the middle, base hit going into center field. Baldwin had a hold, so he gets to third now and stops as Ewing fires in toward the mound where Young cuts it off. So it's a base hit for Olson to hit up first and third, but because Baldwin throws on the line, he does not score on that base hit. We'll bring up Michael Harris. Now these Braves have not only been really good, they've been really great at home this year. They've won 9 straight in this building, and all of the Tampa Bay Rays have had a better home record. Atlanta's 39-20 at home. Teams were killed for that kind of dominance. Tampa Bay is 41-18 at the Trop this year. So this place continues to be tough to win in. 5-0 Mets, pitch to Harris. Up and in, ball 1. Big night for Harris. It's his football jersey night, and not his high school football. You know, I'm guessing he played high school football. Michael Harris is seeing all these fans walk in tonight with his name on the back of their giveaway jersey. 1-0, take it for a strike, and it's 1-1. That's a nice interview they did before the game with him, but they ran it while everyone was sitting in. And he's from here, he's from town, so he grew up a Braves fan. It's a cool moment for him. He said he remembers wearing his Jason Hayward jersey when he used to come to these Braves games as a youngster. Now they're wearing his uniform. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Fastball running up and in. And it's 1-2. But he has been one of the guys against the Mets this year. We know the Mets have won 6 out of 10. In the wins, usually Harris pops his head up. He's had 14 hits, more hits than anybody else against the Mets this year. 333 in the series, the season series. Runners at the corners. Scott set. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Got him. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Christian Scott, who will again love to post a 0. Have a shutdown inning. This will rise up here from the Braves lineup in the bottom of the first. I'll bring up Ozzy Albies as we come to you live from the Bigelow Tea broadcast booth. Bigelow Tea, grab a mug and tea proudly. inning, but Baldwin's at third, Olsen's at first. Albies switch hitter batting left. Leading wide open stance for Albies. Scott pours the first one. And misses outside. Looked like a backdoor sweeper just off the plate to the lefty. 1 ball, no strikes. Albies in the head-to-head this year. 4 doubles and 2 homers. And when I said Harris is a guy, he is one of the guys on this Braves team, but you know that. 1-0. Up high, tall, missed with a fastball. 2 balls and no strikes. Albies 1 home run shy of hitting 20 for the year. 19 homers, 63 RBIs. He's had a couple seasons with 30 home runs, let alone 20. The 2-0 backdoor sweeper in for a strike, and it's 2-1. And from up here in the booth, not as high as Pittsburgh, where we just were for 3 days, but we're showing high looking down. That Scott sweeper looks like a boomerang where it comes right around the outside corner to the lefty. Pitch popped up, foul ground off third. Bichette over, slows down, looks up, is in the seats, 2 rows behind the third base dugout. Out of play. But it's 2-2 on Albies, and Scott 1 strike away from getting out of this. The 20-pitch first inning for Christian Scott, making his 17th start. He's with 3.15 ERA. He's been a breath of fresh air. And a team showing a lot of young talent. He's young in the sense only his second major league season, but he is 27. First and third, 2 outs, 2-2. Missed up high, close. The fastball at 97, no challenge from Alvarez. And the count full. Mauricio Dubon waits on deck. Olsen getting ready to run at first. Young plays behind him. Scott comes set as Baldwin takes his lead down third. Olsen goes 3-2, grounded foul to the right. And Olsen was basically halfway to the column by the time Scott got rid of that pitch.
Well, with 2 outs and a full count, Jared Young is not holding over Sedon, so because of that, he is getting a running start.
Two hits in the inning, but no runs so far. Scott comes set. Olsen runs 3-2. Grounded foul yet again. Albies just got a piece of that sweeper.
And it's not a situation where you're not holding on because it's late in the game, but the 5-0 game, trying to avoid a big inning. So you're playing behind it. But he also plays in the back pocket just to make sure Olsen's not all the way to second, that a ball in the gap could potentially score Olsen from first.
Young right behind Olsen. He's ready to go again. Ball went off third. 3-2. Pitch is popped up. Foul ground off first toward the dugout. Young over, but it is in the seats. And out of play. So, again, it's 5-0 Mets. Nowhere near a ho-hum start for Christian Scott. He's had to throw 24 pitches. Hot humid night. Once again, he goes to the back of the mound, grabs the rosin, picks it up, squeezes at it, and chucks it down with a little fervor. Albies can be pesky like that. So far, an 8-pitch at bat. They'll try again, 3-2. Olsen runs. Here comes. The pitch is fouled away, high in the sky down the right field line, out of play. They're tough, aren't they? The first inning, they have 5 across. Not that any team's going to lay down, but these Braves almost seem to wake up more when you put a hurting on them for 5 in the top of the first. Ball with his hands on his hips at third. Olsen, like a track star, runs towards second. 3-2 pitch. Fouled again. 10th pitch at bat for Ozzie Albies, and this crowd has been reinvigorated by this at bat here. Certainly by the Baldwin double and the Olsen single.
These are the types of at-bats that steal momentum back. They already made Scott throw 27 pitches with a 5-0 lead.
Alvarez sets up in. Olsen ready to go again. There he goes. 3-2. Inside. It hit him officially. It looked like Corey Blazer signaled that it hit him, but it was inside for ball 4 anyway. So the bases are loaded. And we'll see if Justin Willard. And here comes the pitching coach for the Mets, popping his head up the third base dugout. He's going to make the trek. And I wasn't trying to be glib when I said to lead off this bottom of the first, but it's Atlanta, and here we are, Pat, in Atlanta, and here are the Braves with the bases loaded.
That's only the first inning. That's how fast things can change. That's why posting a 0 after your team gives you 5-run cushion is just so important.
So, Scott, it's always big to talk about pitch count with him because in his first season back from that elbow surgery, the Mets have been very cognizant. They have not had him cross over the 100-pitch mark at all this season. Last two, he's getting close. 98, that was against these Braves on the 29th when he and Chris Sale were going back and forth. And then that start on Tuesday in Cleveland, Wednesday in Cleveland, 96 pitches. So they're letting him go, but they don't want to think about that in the first inning. 26 pitches. The Mets, though, are getting somebody up in the first inning. 5-0 Mets for the Braves had the bases loaded. Here's Dubon with 2 outs. First pitch. Ground ball hit left side toward the shortstop hole. Base hit going into left field. Baldwin is in. Olsen rounds third. He scores standing up. The throw goes to third. Albies to second. Mauricio Dubon. It's a chopper to the left side. And the Braves answer back with 2. The Met lead on the first is now 5-2. And, of course, the Braves answer back against Christian Scott. So for Dubon, he's up to now 60 RBIs. And Austin Riley is coming up. Jonathan Pintaro is maybe one batter away from coming into this game.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine the Mets let Scott go too far north of 30 pitches.
Here's his 29th of the first inning. Strike outside corner, 0-1. The Braves have trimmed the lead. Azek exteriors, Wood rots. Azek trim does not. 0-1 on Riley, who has struggled in the season series. 4 for 33 against the Mets. Stop pitch. Foul sharply down the right field line into the crowd. 0-2. Scott's fastball there at 97 miles an hour. So even though he might be getting tired in this first inning, velocity is still there. And you're right, 30 pitches is kind of that number that organizations don't want to pass in an inning. 0-2. Just missed high, but Alvarez taps his helmet. As soon as he was waiting for the strike call, he didn't get it. As soon as he didn't, he tapped his helmet, and he's right. So Riley strikes out. Braves strike for 2. Mets 5, Braves 2. We go to the second inning at Truist Park on Odyssey Mets Radio, powered by the all-new Nissan Sentra.
When diagnosed with cancer, it can feel devastating, but it doesn't have to stay that way. At RWJ Barnabas Health and Rutgers Cancer Institute, the state's only NCI-designated comprehensive cancer center, they are dedicated to conquering cancer with advanced treatment options and groundbreaking discoveries. RWJ Barnabas Health and Rutgers Cancer Institute. Visit rwjbh.org/silencecancer. That's rwjbh.org/silencecancer.
Hi, New York sports fans. Howie Rose here. The summer grind of baseball is here, and every game matters. If your outdoor space matters to you, TimberTech Decking is engineered with innovative technology and resilient materials designed to last season after season. Enjoy the natural beauty of wood without sanding, staining, or splinters. Order free samples or connect with a contractor near you at timbertech.com. TimberTech, everything wood should be.
Everyone's goals are unique. At Apple Bank, we understand that and take the time to get to know you, your family, and your dreams. Whether you're planning a wedding, growing your family, making home improvements, or starting a business, Apple Bank is here to help you achieve your financial goals. Visit a local branch or applebank.com to learn about the products and services we offer. From personal checking and savings to CDs and business accounts, Apple Bank, proud partner of the New York Mets. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. The top of the sixth inning is presented by Amvutra. Vutra Saran. Ask your doctor about Amvutra and visit Amvutra.com, AMVUTTRA.com to learn more today.
Well, that was the first inning. We'll see what we have in store for the second inning. Mets have a 5-2 lead over the Braves. Bryce Elder, who threw 34 pitches, will see Lindor, Bichette, and Bench. First one to Lindor, switch hitter batting left. Misses outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Now, the Braves didn't quite have somebody throwing, but they were getting close. They could get bodies toward that mound when Elder was in the first inning. 1-0 to Lindor. Bench in for a strike, 1-1. But Jonathan Pitaro, who we told you was throwing in the bottom of the first inning with Scott, he was actually throwing off the mound. So he's getting loose quickly, but he has since sat down. Scott ends up with 31 first inning pitches. Now, Lindor did ground out in the first. Elder winds and deals the 1-1. Pitch misses outside. Changeup. That's 2 balls and a strike. Lindor has had good numbers against Elder, but with that ground out in the first, 6 for 14, but of the 6, he has 2 home runs. 2-1. Line deep toward the right field line, toward the brick wall. It is a fair ball. Hits off the fence. Rolls back to Acuna. Lindor going for 2. The throw, the slide, the tag. Safe at second base. Lindor went in with a head-first dive. He kind of crashed into Jarvis, who put the tag on. Lindor's head was going one way on his belly. Jarvis put the tag down, almost diving into Lindor the other way. Doesn't look like the Braves are going to challenge this. So for Lindor, it's a rocket double off the wall. And more rockets against Bryce Elder for Lindor and the Mets. So another duck on the pond for New York. Scored 5 runs on 6 hits in that first inning. And here's Bichette. Bichette knocked in the first Met run. Elder's set. A look at second and a pitch. At the knees called strike. 85-mile-an-hour changeup. And that's 0-1. Yeah, speaking of scores, take a look at the league. Sponsored by Nissan. Every Nissan is designed for people who refuse to settle for less. Visit NissanUSA.com or your local dealer. 0-1. Ground ball hit to short. Lindor hangs out at second. Jarvis fields and fires to get Bichette for the out. And that ground ball that was hit in front of Lindor's path to third means he holds up. And Carson Bench is coming up. Toronto and Boston getting together at Rogers Center. Right now, scoreless game in the 4th inning, top of the 4th. Sonny Gray's been excellent. 2.74 ERA. It's also 14-2. And Jameson Taillon makes his start for Toronto. After the Cubs DFA'd him. Pitch to Bench, in for a strike. Count 0-1. You know when your team that you're on trades for pitching, is starving for pitching, you're a pitcher, and they move on. And that's kind of the way the Cubs handle Jameson Taillon, veteran. 0-1. Bench fouls back the 93-mile-an-hour fastball. And it's 0-2. Meanwhile, in Minnesota, the Twins are hosting Baltimore. And the wild card battle is going to be kind of every night from here on out, no matter what scores we give you. Top of the second, no score. The Twins are a game and a half out of the wild card. Baltimore is 2 games back of the wild card. Elder's 0-2. Bench takes outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Mets are 11 games out of the last wild card spot. And so while they have won 5 out of 6, it is still quite a heavy load to even get close to single digits and then get into the conversation. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Had him lunging for the changeup. Elder strikes out Bench. And there are 2 away. Well, the Braves actually are not only the division leaders in the National League East, they have an 8.5 game lead over Philly. Remember, Philly got pretty close there. How was it? 4 games maybe they got to within the Braves in the top spot. So the Phillies have, they're barely hanging on to wild card 3. Pitch to Young, taken high for ball 1. If the season ended today, the Braves and the Brewers would get the bye, and the Dodgers would have to play the wild card series.
Well, the Dodgers are in free fall right now.
They have lost 8 out of 9. Here's the 1-0. Young floats one over the right side of the infield, down into right field, base hit in front of Acuna. Here comes Lindor to score. Jared Young drives in a run, and the Mets add another. It's 6-2 in the top of the second inning. Now Lindor with 2 outs on contact, just flew. Him coming around third, scoring without much of a play from Acuna, who actually bobbled the ball once he received it in deep right. So Jared Young is 2 for 2. And the Mets continue to hit Bryce Elder. So the Mets scored 5, then the Braves scored 2. And then the Mets grab another one back. It'll be one of those nights. Here's Semien batting right. Pitch. That's line to right field. Acuna coming on. Plays this one on a hop. Semien has a hit. Young stops at second. Now Semien has his first hit. Man. They are hitting Bryce Elder. Elder again, last time out against the Mets, gave up 10 hits. He's already given up 9. SNY showing a close-up. Elder just looking all over the place. Those eyeballs darting around, searching for answers. Here's Beatty, who had the grand slam in the first. Pitch. Strike. Pierces the outside corner at 92, and it's 0-1. Now's the perfect time to get a Peerless Boiler. Don't wait. Go to peerlessboilers.com for more information and an installer near you. Remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers. Elder sets and goes. Just missed outside. Murphy tried to hold the glove. That didn't get the call from Corey Blazer. Elder's next pitch will be number 50. Young at second, Semien at first. Next pitch. Beatty swings over a changeup. And the count 1-2. Mentioned Brett Beatty's first home run was in his first ever game here at Truist Park. First ever game in the big leagues. That was in 2022. The first of what would be 2 home runs in his first 11 major league games. And the one that he just hit into the bullpen, the 41st of his big league career. 1-2. Bounces in there. It's low. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. I remember asking him about that home run from 22. Of course, his family was here. He came around, it was second or third base, showing the love sign to them. And I remember just telling me that he couldn't feel his legs coming around the bases. 2-2. Down and in. 3 balls and 2 strikes. But sometimes when guys have that moment where they homer in their first game, not that it's an omen, but the fans put them on such a high pedestal. It's hard to live up to the fact that you're going to be a superstar right away. Payoff, runners go, pitch fouled straight down. Brett's best home run year came last year, 18 of them. He went 2 again that first year, then 9, then 4, and then last year 18. And the Mets thought, okay, the beginning of a budding star, finally figuring it out. Look at a guy like Jordan Walker in St. Louis. It took him a couple of years. He's figured it out. But Beatty this year is just 8. Runners go again. 3-2. Bounces up there. It's ball 4 and the bases are loaded. So it just does not seem to be Bryce Elder's night. He's over the 50 pitch mark in the second inning. He's at 53. And as Beatty gets to first, the bases are loaded. Here comes Jeremy Hefner. For the second time tonight, is going to go to the mound. Meanwhile, the Braves are getting newly acquired veteran Brent Suter up, a lefty in their bullpen.
2 visits, 2 innings for Jeremy Hefner. His starting pitching has been so good for Atlanta of late. You think about even the 2 losses that they had at Yankee Stadium. They were both 1-run losses. They were in those games. Elder's lines from this year, he's not really had that classic clunker. His shortest start this season was one that he at least went into the 4th inning. That was against Boston. A game that the Braves would lose 8-0. He went 3 in the 3rd. He may not get out of the 2nd inning tonight. So bases loaded, 2 out, 6-2 Mets in the 2nd. And here's Polanco, who had an infield single his first time. Switch hitter batting left. Pitch. Strike in there at the knees, and it's 0-1. Brett Beatty with the first man walk of the game, presented by Emu Health, official pediatric dental partner of the New York Mets radio network. Emu Health, move forward. Elder sets and fires. Swing a chopper to first, backed up by Olsen. He's got it. Takes it to the bag himself in time to end the inning. So the Mets do score a run, but leave the bases loaded. They tack on another 6-2 lead in Atlanta going to the bottom of the 2nd. On Odyssey Mets Radio, powered by the all-new Nissan Sentra.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Ratliff, Engineering Director at Nissan. We know some things are important to hear from an expert, but not a voice actor. For instance, the Nissan Frontier is not only powerful and fun to drive, but it's durable too. The We added the V6 engine, so when you need that power in the off-road, it's there. I know, we've tested it a lot. Now get out there and find your frontier.
Nissan, Consumer Guide's most awarded brand 5 years in a row. Well-qualified buyers get 0% APR on the 2026 Nissan Rogue, Murano, Pathfinder, or Frontier, excluding S-Trim. Consumer Guide is a registered trademark. A publication International Limited. www.consumerguide.com. Example, 0 down payment, 60 months financing at $16.67 per month per thousand finance. Frontier S-Trim 1.9% APR for 60 months at $17.48 per month per thousand finance. Actual down payment may vary, subject to in credit approval. Not all buyers qualify. Dealer contribution is at actual price at by dealer. Contact dealer for details. And sign 3026.
Diving for that grounder got you granny? We've got specialists for that. Layup, take you down? We've got specialists for that. With nearly 50 Castle Connolly top doctors, Orland Cohen specialists are considered among the best in the nation by their peers, which can mean a better outcome for you. From Staten Island to Southampton, our network is open 7 days a week, so you can feel better, faster. Visit OrlandCohen.com.
The bottom of the second is the perfect time to brew up a cup of your favorite Bigelow tea and take a moment just for you. Bigelow tea, grab a mug, and tea proudly.
Next fans, now's the time for a new Toyota during the Westbury Toyota Construction Sale. Through the last of the second inning, in Atlanta 6-2 Met lead. Christian Scott up to 31 pitches of his own in that bottom of the first inning. Still a lead, will face June Jarvis to start the second. Jarvis, a left-hand hitter. First pitch fades outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Jarvis' 32nd game this season. 2 for 13 in games he's played against the Mets, but he's at .234. Traded over from Detroit at the deadline last year. 1-0. 1-0 found to the left in that play, and it's 1-1. And that was last year, and Rafael Montero was sent over to help the Detroit Tigers. Braves picked up a guy that they think could be their shortstop for a while. 1-1. Foul down the left field line, and it's 1-2. Remember the Braves last year, we almost forget it because, well, we walk in here and all we see are those division flags and pennants from all those years ago. They had a terrible year here last year. Put a lot of the same faces. 1-2. Jarvis hits a chopper over the mound towards second. Semien charges. The running throw just in time to get Jarvis, and there's 1 away. Atlanta last year finished 20 games out of first place. Philly ended up winning 96 games. The Mets obviously 83 games. And Atlanta was 76 and 86. And we always felt like through April and May, of course, it came in. They called the Rangers and checked in to see if DeGrom would waive that no-trade clause. 0-1. Baldwin sends a high fly to left. Beatty drifting over front of the track. Makes the catch toward the corner. 2 down. 6-2 Mets. Runner with second 2 outs. Ronald Acuna Jr. coming up. So they checked on DeGrom, and I wonder if they said, hey, Hap, you want to pick up the phone for us? I'm sure you still got him in your contacts. I don't think you can tamper like that, but I don't think so. I think that would be the definition of tampering. Yes, it would be, but, you know, they probably said that. Hey, we've got Jeremy Hefner here as our pitching coach. Pitch to Acuna, swing and a miss, fastball in, and it's 0-1. They have ways of backdooring those things, going to Jake's agent or whatever, but just, Jake's a smart guy. He knows that Hef's the pitching coach here in Atlanta. Now, he decided, of course, not to leave, staying with Texas. Scott's 0-1. Acuna sends a high fly to right. Fins drifting back onto the track. Stops. Makes the catch center of the track in right. And that ends the inning. Hey, a scoreless inning for somebody. We go to the third. Mets up 6-2 in Atlanta. On Odyssey Mets Radio, powered by the all-new Nissan Sentra.
Want to stay cool for the next 2 summers without spending a penny? Sloman's has the AC offer of the century. Get 18 months with 0 payments and 0 interest. That's right, you don't need to make any payments for 18 months. Get an AC system installed as early as tomorrow with no payments for 18 months interest-free. Plus, every new system comes with a 5-year all-inclusive service plan, including annual system maintenance, filter replacements, and refrigerant. Call 516-932-7000 to schedule your free estimate. Sloman's has reinvented the air conditioning process to save you considerable time, money, and ease. servicing Nassau, Suffolk, and Queens counties. With Sloman's, you get 0 down, 0 payments, and 0% financing for up to 18 months. Call Sloman's today at 516-932-7000 for your free estimate. But hurry, these cool savings won't last. That's 516-932-7000 or visit ac.slomans.com. Restrictions apply. Financing with approved credit.
New shoes, new clothes, brand new grade. Switch to Verizon to make sure their tech keeps up. This back-to-school season, buy or bring any Android phone and get a Samsung Galaxy Tab on up. Get your kids ready for the school year without breaking the bank. Visit Verizon.com or your local store today. Bring an Android phone or purchase a new phone with device payment on postpaid service plan required. $329.99 tablet device payment purchase with new line on $20 per month tablet plan for 36 months required. Plus $330 tablet promo credit applied over 36 months. Additional taxes, fees, and terms apply.
What have we learned from baseball? Not just because it's going to play. Accidents happen when you least expect them. And if you've been injured, visit the Rothenberg Law Firm at injurylawyer.com.
We go to the third inning at Truist Park. The Mets have a 6-2 lead. And in the inning, Bryce Elder somehow, someway, 56 pitches in, is going to hang in there, but it's probably a short leash, Pat, because it's been rough for him over the first two.
Yeah, certainly. You would imagine that any kind of traffic, they would get Brent Suter back up. But the Braves are going to try and steal as many outs as they can from Bryce Elder here in the top of the third. First pitch to Francisco Alvarez. Called strike. It's 0-1. Mets have scored in every inning so far. They scored 5 in the first inning. Added on another 1 in the second. 0-1. Cue shot foul off the end of the bat, rolling up the first base line. And it counts no balls and 2 strikes. It'll be Alvarez, Ewing, and then Lindor. The 0-2. Swing and a foul ball. Murphy did not hang on. Ball went in and popped out of the glove of Murphy, so the at-bat stays alive. Counts no balls and 2 strikes. Elder delivers. Outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Alvarez was the 9th man to bat in the inning against Elder in the first, and he singled. 1-2. Swing and a chopper hits the third. Riley charges. Throws on the run to first. In time for the out. 1 away. A.J. Ewing next. Batting for the 3rd time already. Batted twice in the first. He's 1 for 2. We're coming to you live from the Bigelow Tea broadcast booth. Bigelow Tea, grab a mug and tea proudly. Ewing at 264, 7 homers, 28 RBIs. 16th double of the season. Back in the first inning when some chaos here at Truist Park. First pitch line foul back in the inning. Ewing hit a ball down the right field line that ended up getting caught in between the padding and the dirt underneath the half-green padded wall in right. The 0-1. Top of the zone, called strike, 0-2. Ewing thought about challenging, but did not.
It's a good no challenge there from A.J. Pitch was high and away. Oh, excuse me, that would have been a good challenge.
0-2. No, foul.
I guess I was with him the whole time thinking that was high and away. You get so messed up with these things sometimes. You go, yeah, go for it. Go ahead and challenge. And then see it's so far outside that my brain couldn't even comprehend that the umpire was that wrong.
Elder from the windup, the 0-2. Off the plate. Down low, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ewing bats from the left side. Right side of the infield plays him straight up. 1-2 pitch. Missed up.
Trail just gone.
Was that a strike 2 minutes ago? Certainly was. He's at 66 pitches already. And from the windup, glove in front of his face, rocks and delivers. Swing and a miss. Ewing down on strikes. 3rd strikeout tonight for Bryce Elder. 2 outs,
Francisco Lindor is next. With Bo Bichette on deck, that is Who's on Deck, brought to you by TimberTech Decking and Railing, everything wood should be. Visit TimberTech.com. There's a really good changeup from Bryce Elder that just faded off the plate. There's Lindor, he's 1 for 2 with a double. He has hit in every inning so far. Takes the first pitch down low. It's 1 ball and no strikes. For Francisco, it was his 7th double of the season. For 1 out. Changeup missed low. 2 balls and no strikes. And the Mets have 9 hits already tonight. Elder has given up double-digit hits just twice. 2-0. Called strike, a fastball on the outside corner. It's 2-1. Once against the Red Sox, once against the Mets. Timeout called by Lindor. Lindor back into the left-handed batter's box. Rests the bat on his back shoulder. Elder kicks home. Just outside. 3 balls and a strike. The Mets have walked just once so far against Elder. That was Benj back in the first inning. From the windup, the 3-1. Foul back to the screen. And the count is 4 balls and 2 strikes. Mets were 50 base runners left and right yesterday in Pittsburgh. 7 walks by Pirates pitching. Payoff. Foul back. And the count still 3 balls and 2 strikes. Top of the 3rd inning. The Mets with a 6-2 lead. Elder ready to go. Lindor ready to go. Long look in, the right-hander fires. Swung on and blasted deep to right field towards the chop house, and long gone. Francisco Lindor to the upper deck of the chop house. A solo home run, his 11th. And the Mets keep adding on. It is 7-2 New York in the 3rd inning. A monster shot for Lindor. This one goes 420 feet to that very back upper level. They're serving food back there. Well, Lindor just put that home run. And here's Bo Bichette with 2 outs and a run home. First pitch. Swing and a miss. Chased a breaking ball down and away. Counts no balls and 1 strike. And the backswing from Bichette, either caught Murphy or Corey Blazer, the home plate umpire. Bichette got the party started back in the 1st with an RBI single. It was 1 for 2. Pitch. Swing and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes. Now Francisco Lindor, 2 extra base hits already. It's just the 3rd inning. He is halfway to the cycle. He has a double and a home run. The 0-2. Swung on, punch to right. Acuna back into his left. Reaches out, makes the catch. And that is the final out in the 3rd. But the Mets add on another one. Solo home run by Francisco Lindor. Takes 7-2 lead to the bottom of the 3rd. Mets Radio, powered by the all-new Nissan Sentra.
Imagine this city feel at sunset. The air smells like a fresh popcorn. And just when you think this is the best, some people over hit home a snake and you win $15,000. Can you imagine the best?
With the New York Lottery's Swing for the Fences promotion, you can win $15,000 when the Mets hit a home run in the bottom of the 4th. Enter with New York Lottery Plus today, and you also get a chance at a grand prize of $40,000. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
John Crook here. You ever hear sound and immediately know your day just got expensive? Right there. That's the sound of a bad day. Look, on the field, I'm prepared and ready for anything. Off the field, I'm the same way. Because repair bills don't ask permission. They just show up. That's why I have CarShield. Coverage options that help with costly car repairs.
Don't get caught looking. Get a free quote today at carshield.com. Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at carshield.com.
Welcome to a car that learns your routine. Welcome to a car that parks itself. Welcome to Mercedes-Benz. Go to your local dealer for incredible deals on the GLC and GLE SUVs at the Welcome Home Celebration going on now.
Count on our friends at Ridgewood Savings Bank to show you the community banking difference with cutting-edge conveniences and a century-long tradition of award-winning service. Whether you bank at your local neighborhood branch, from home or on the go, they're here to help you. Visit ridgewoodbank.com to find out more. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center is the world's best cancer center, with a team you can count on. From breakthrough treatments to compassionate support, their experts take care of you at every step. People treated for cancer at MSK live better, longer. This is what we do. Learn more at msk.org/start-here.
Matt Olson leads off for the Braves in the bottom of the third with the Mets ahead 7-2. First pitch is up and away to Olson. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Olson is 1 for 1 with a run scored. Single in front of a 2-run first inning for Atlanta against Scott. Mets have a 7-2 lead. Christian from the windup, kicks home. Upstairs, 2 balls, no strikes. Oh, we told you Matt Olson is playing his 901st career game, or consecutive game, which is just an outrageous number. 2-0. Swing and a miss. It counts 2 balls and 1 strike. And you think about the fact that he's not even halfway to Cal's record. He's played in 162 in every season since 2022. And he swings and crushes one deep down the right field line. Fair or foul? It is foul. And just foul. It's one of those that you feel like goes higher than the foul ball on its way out there. It ends up again going foul, but it's so up there. Guys are getting so much bigger, so much stronger that these foul balls are going to get taller. They have to over the next couple of years, all around the league, not just here. 2-2 on Olson. Pitch. Foul back to the screen. Now the Mets have a couple of guys that played with Olson in Oakland. Sean Manaea, we heard from him pre-game. Marcus Semien played with him as well. I asked Marcus about Olson's streak. He said that's the A's way. It's how we were brought up. The A's have a long history of position players that just coast. 2-2 pitch, backdoor breaking ball on the outside corner for a called strike 3. And Christian Scott bounces back after that long foul ball off the bat of Olson with a backdoor slider for his 3rd strikeout of the game. One out. Here's Michael Harris. First pitch. Missed for a ball. It's 1-0. Now, having gotten to know Marcus now over the last couple of months, this time with the injury, but he's a guy that takes pride in his ability to take the field each and every night. We know Francisco Lindor is like that as well. 1-1, called strike, or 1-0 is a called strike. It's 1-1.
Oh, and Semien won the World Series with Texas in 2023. He was their leadoff hitter in all those games and all the playoff games. He had more plate appearances than anybody else in a single season in baseball history. That is posting every day.
1-1. Chased and missed. It's 1-2. So the big thing with Olson is he takes care of his body, right? You have to stay healthy, but you have to be able to eliminate the platoon. And that's what Matt Olson's done. He has the ability to hit both righties, lefties, and play tremendous defense. So people forget about that. It's not just about health. It's also about being able to beat every matchup. 1-2 pitch. Up and away, 2-2. And he talked about guys like Miguel Tejada and Eric Chavez were the two that he referenced as setting the standard of the Oakland way for those guys in the minor leagues coming up. 2-2. Harris takes off the plate. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
out from the windup. Payoff. Swung on, line to left, slicing away from Beatty, and he makes the catch. 2 outs in the third inning. Ozzie Albies is next. The Pacific Coast meets the Big Apple when the Mets host the San Diego Padres at Citi Field Monday, August 17th through Wednesday, August 19th. Get your tickets now at Mets.com/tickets. The Mets were on the West Coast pretty much every week to start this season. Now it feels like forever ago since we saw the San Diego Padres. Here's Ozzie Albies. 2 outs in the third. First pitch. Ground ball hit sharply to first. Fielded on one knee by Young. As on, Scott takes it to the bag himself. And the final out in the bottom of the third. Christian Scott has a 1-2-3 third. The Mets take a 7-2 lead to the fourth. Also means radio powered by all new Nissan Central.
Labor's Local 731 has been responsible for some of the biggest and most celebrated infrastructure projects in New York City, like the rebuild of the World Trade Center and the new LaGuardia Airport. Local 731 provides qualified and competent laborers to fill the demand that the construction industry not only requires but deserves. Its members and leadership have fought hard for wages and benefits that open the path to the middle class that every hardworking American deserves. Labor's Local 731. Feel the power.
Nassau County Executive Bruce Blakeman invites you to the free summer concert series at Eisenhower Park. The boys from Jersey are coming to Long Island. Saturday, August 15th, don't miss the Midtown Men featuring the original cast of Jersey Boys. Showtime, 7 p.m. Bring a blanket or lawn chair. Free admission and parking. The Midtown Men, Saturday, August 15th at Eisenhower Park. Before the show, be sure to check out Nassau's top-notch beaches, restaurants, golf courses, and shopping.
Hey, Healthcare Workers of New York, are you looking to make a difference? St. Joseph's Indiana Nursing and Rehabilitation Center is actively hiring nurses and CNAs. Call 718-714-4800. That's 718-714-4800.
Baseball season is the perfect time to get a high-efficiency Peerless boiler. Start saving now and upgrade today. You can find the Peerless boiler that's right for your home or business and a list of local installers at peerlessboilers.com. And remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best-built boiler.
Mets Baseball is presented in part by Hild Group, insurance, benefits, and HR solutions. Hild Group, it's personal, it's business. Learn more today at hildgroup.com.
Top of the fourth inning in Atlanta. The Mets with a 7-2 lead against the Braves and Bryce Elder. And the Mets are putting on another offensive performance. And an impressive one at that. First pitch to Carson Bench. This is wide. 1 ball and no strikes. The Mets came into play averaging 7 runs per game over the last 6. 1-0. On strike, it's 1-1. And a challenge. Carson Bench challenges. And he is right. So Bench wins the challenge. He only counts 2 balls and no strikes. Elder from the windup kicks home. Swing and miss. Throw a changeup. It's 2 balls and a strike. And what makes the Mets 42 runs over the last 6 coming into play tonight so impressive is the Mets were shut out in one of those games. 2-1. Waved and missed. It's 2-2. Bench is 0 for 1. He has walked and struck out. He's also scored a run. 2-2. Ground ball hit towards first, foul. And the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes here in the fourth inning. Brought to you by Cars for Kids. 877 Cars for Kids. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today. Elder's pitch count already past 80. He is at 82. Next pitch to Bench. Change out low. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Bench had a really nice road trip. 9 for 22 coming into play tonight. Batting .386 over his last 11 games. Payoff. Slapped towards third. Picked on the backhand by Riley. Throws to first, dug out by Osa. And Bench retired, 1 away. Jared Young next to 1 ball, 10 seconds for station identification.
This is Odyssey Mets Radio on WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
Along with Keith Radd, I'm Pat McCarthy from Truist Park in Atlanta, Georgia. That's with a 7-2 lead, top of the 4th inning, game 1 of 4. First pitch to Jared Young. Fouled back to the screen, and it counts 0-1. Jared's 2 for 2 with a run scored and an RBI. His average is up to 265. He also has 2 triples. On the road trip, his only triples this season. 1. And he's called strike 2. And we joked with him earlier today, saying he is turning into a triples machine. He looked at us, laughed, and said, both guys fell down. The 0-2. Hit off the end of the bat, back up the middle. Jarvis fields, shortstop flips at the first. Time for the out, back-to-back ground outs, 2 away. Marcus Simeon's next to the plate.
Well, a triple always needs something to go right for you. If it takes a couple of guys falling down, it takes a couple of guys falling down. But for Jared Young, J-Line, speed is speed. Speed is speed. You can't have a triple unless you're fast.
2 outs. Here's Marcus Simeon. First pitch. Fastball missed below the knees. 1 ball, no strikes. 91-mile-an-hour sinker from Bryce Elder, who is trying to keep the Mets off the scoreboard for the first time. 1-0 pitch hits the knees. And it counts even at 1-1. Mets scored 5 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third. They've hit a couple of home runs already. Elder delivers. Bouncing ball foul towards third, past the back of Tim Leeper, the Mets' third base coach. That's 1 ball and 2 strikes on Marcus Simeon. Elder stands tall on the rubber. Drops the glove to the belt, fires. Swing and a miss. Simeon down on strikes to chase the changeup. And Bryce Elder has his first 1-2-3 inning of the night. We go to the home half of the 4th inning with the Mets ahead, 7-2. On Odyssey Mets Radio, powered by the all-new Nissan Sentra. Here comes the pitch. Foul ball.
For all your home improvement needs, windows, doors, siding, or roofing, visit UnifiedWindows.com or call 888-631-2131.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Radliff, Engineering Director at Nissan. We know some things are important to hear from an expert, not a voice actor. For instance, the Nissan Frontier is not only powerful and fun to drive, but it's durable too. We added the V6 engine, so when you need that power in the off-road, it's there. I know, we've tested it a lot. Now get out there and find your Frontier.
Nissan, Consumer Guide's most awarded brand 5 years in a row. Well-qualified buyers get 0% APR on the 2026 Nissan Rogue, Murano, Pathfinder, or Frontier, excluding S-Trim. Consumer Guide is a registered trademark of Publication International Limited, www.consumerguide.com. Example, 0 down payment, 60 months financing at $16.57 per month per thousand finance. Frontier S-Trim 1.9% APR for 60 months at $17.48 per month per thousand finance. Actual down payment may vary, subject to credit approval. Not all buyers qualify for contribution music. Actual price set by dealer. Contact dealer for details. And plan 3026.
Doug.
Hot dog! Get your hot dog! Customize and save with Liberty Mutual.
Hey, what are you doing? I like your method. Direct. To the point. A little loud, but...
Listen, people don't buy car insurance the same way they do hot dogs.
Not yet, but both are customizable.
Popcorn! Get your popcorn!
Hey, this is a hot dog area.
And customize and save area. Get a quote at libertymutual.com or with your local agent.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Bottom of the 4th inning in Atlanta, the Mets lead the Braves 7-2. Mauricio Dubon leads off for the Braves against Christian Scott. First pitch. Breaking ball sweeps across the plate for a called strike. It's 0-1. Dubon is responsible for the only 2 Braves runs tonight. 2-run single against Scott back in the first. The third base side, right-hander delivers. Fouled off down the right field line and out of play. And it counts 0-2. Fastball by Christian Scott, a 95-mile-an-hour heater. High-speed pitch sponsored by Spectrum Fiber-powered internet, the most reliable internet you can count on.
Scott's 0-2. Check swing on a breaking ball off the plate. He did not go on appeal, says Jansen Visconti.
Are you surprised that the Braves bullpen is quiet? Or is it 91 pitches?
I think they're just trying to get as many outs out of him as they can.
But to have a guy go back out with 91 pitches on a night where he's worn it already?
I get it. 1-2. Poked off the end of the bat, foul and out of play. I think it says something that they didn't have anybody up when he was wearing it in the first inning. And the Mets had Jonathan Pintaro up pretty fast. And Scott hadn't even given up a run yet at that point. 1-2 again. Ground ball hit to second. Simeon charges, fields. Easy toss to first. In time for the out. One away, Austin Riley next to the plate. Scoreboard update brought to you by the New York Lottery. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. Charles McAdoo, recalled earlier today by Toronto. He has homered for the Blue Jays ahead of the Red Sox 1-0 in the 6th inning. Austin Martin has homered for the Twins. Minnesota's ahead 1-0 at Baltimore in the 4th inning. Here's Austin Riley with 1 out. First pitch. Just missed. 1 ball, no strikes. Phillies are in St. Louis taking on the Cardinals. Early 2-0 lead with Andrew Painter on the mound. 1-0 from Scott. Off the plate away. 2 balls, no strikes. It'll be Riley and then the shortstop, Jim Jarvis. Against Christian Scott in the 4th. Right-hander has his sign, kicks home. Swing and a miss. And the count's 2-1 on Austin Riley, who was a strikeout victim back in the 1st. Scott has struck out 3. Next pitch. Fly ball hit to right, slicing away from bench towards foul territory. It's out of play. Lands in the seats down the right field line. It counts 2-2. For Christian Scott, who has thrown 62 pitches so far, which I think the Mets would take after a 30-pitch first inning. And for Christian, the biggest hurdle now has just been getting past the 5-inning mark. Trying to go deeper into games. 2-2. Lined over a leaping Young into right field, a base hit. Austin Riley with a 2-strike base hit. He stops his first as Bench tosses it in. And Jim Jarvis is next. We were talking with Christian the other day. He had said, the numbers tell you that 3rd time through, it's just that the hitters, for the most part, can figure things out, right? 3rd time through is when the numbers get much better. First pitch to Jarvis is a fastball on the inside corner at 95 for a called strike. It's 0-1. So when teams present the information to the starting pitcher, they get it. They don't like it, but they understand why 3rd time through, depending on the situation, that it might be beneficial to go to the pen. A 1 pitch missed high, 1 ball, 1 strike. So the other thing, too, is guys in the bullpen are just so nasty that when you have 4 or 5 guys that you trust to get 3 outs and they're fresh and available, sometimes that's just the better option. 1-1. Breaking ball, backdoor missed. 2 balls and a strike. Now, with that being said, to be successful, you need guys that go 6 and 7 innings. Because you can't run out the same arms for 12 outs each and every night. The 2-1. Fastball missed high and tight. 3 balls and a strike. One thing about talking with Christian Scott is he's always thinking. And he is a guy with a plan. Great stuff, but he works as a pitcher. The 3-1. Outside ball 4. A 1-out walk to Jarvis brings Sean Murphy to the plate.
The thing with him, though, is that sometimes he's so smart, you can tell that he overthinks a lot of at-bats sometimes because him getting through 6 and 7 innings once or twice through a lineup means a lot fewer pitches per plate appearance. Just the Mets, they have in their category called Race to 2K. How fast can you get to 2 strikes? Because usually when you get to 2 strikes, the at-bat's going to end pretty soon. First at bat, Dubon, it was 5 pitches. Riley was 5 pitches. Jarvis was 5 pitches. That's 15 and 3 batters. Yeah, you got to be more efficient than that, and he knows that.
Here's Sean Murphy with first and second, and 1 out. Pitch. Ball strike. It's nothing at 1. This guy's a guy that racks up a lot of strikeouts, so because of that, he throws a lot of pitches. But sometimes, weak contact early in the count just prolongs an outing. 0-1 to Murphy. Inside, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Some of the Mets relievers are getting up, using the band, stretching out their arms, doing those flaps. About 3 or 4 guys get moving out there. Nobody's throwing yet.
Just the way this outing is tracking for Scott, hard to imagine him going much deeper than 5. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Counts 1-2. Pitch count approaching. We're now north of 70 at 71. As Murphy calls for time. And again, like you said, the Mets have been very cautious with Scott in terms of his pitch count as he makes his way back from Tommy John surgery. It's one of the reasons that Robert Stock is still here, even with the off day coming up for the Mets. Ball and 2 strikes. Scott delivers. Swing and a miss. Blew a 96-mile-an-hour fastball by him for the strikeout. 2 outs to strikeout number 4 for Scott. Top of the order in Drake Baldwin next. And the Mets have the option to just skip a spot in the rotation and keep everybody in line and not need the 5th starter, but because of the young arms that are in the rotation right now, guys getting a first full season at the big league level, coming back from injury, that's why we're cautious. First pitch to Baldwin. Ground ball hit to the right side and through, a base hit. Riley's around third, coming to the plate. The throw by Binge is offline. It's an RBI 2-out single for Drake Baldwin. Braves get one back. It's 7-3 in the 4th inning, and runners still at first and second with 2 outs.
Well, Bench ends up making a draw on this, but by the time he gets to this ball, because he's playing so deep, I think the runner, Riley, was probably a stride or 2 past third base. Tommy Watkins, the third base coach, saw exactly where Bench was playing to start way out there, and so he sent him. And Bench came up firing. The play was to the plate. The whole thing, it just was way late. Bench's arm has been on display at times in this season and definitely on this road trip. He had that great first to third, getting Ryan Rocchio in Cleveland the other day. I know he wanted to make a play there at the plate, but because the Mets have such a big lead, they're able to maybe step back a little bit, let 2 things in front, and not play for the big ball over your head. But that's one that Bench, if he was a little further in, might have had a play to play.
You see right now how quickly things can change, because in a 7-3 game, Mets still have a 4-run lead, but Ronald Acuna Jr. is up at the plate, and Olsen is on deck. We know how quickly they can flip a game. So Justin Willard, trip to the mound, it's over. Mets bullpen is very active. Nobody is up and throwing yet. Well, that might change depending on what happens with Acuna here. 2 outs and 2 on and a run home. Scott's first pitch. Foul back. And the count is 0-1. Acuna is 0 for 2 tonight. He has struck out. He is flied out. He's hitting .243 with 12 home runs. 28 RBIs. He has missed so much time this season with a pair of hamstring injuries. Runners at first and second. It's Jarvis and Baldwin. They lead off. The 0-1. Outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Baldwin at first has a massive lead, well past the cutout, because Jared Young, the Mets first baseman, is way off the line, guarding the hole. Simeon is shaded towards the middle. 1-1 to Acuna. Swing and a miss. Challenge to a 95 up and out of the zone. And it's 1-2. Left side of the infield plays him straight away. Beatty is deep in left. Ewing straight away in center. Benj a couple of steps in front of the track and right. Scott from the belt, the 1-2. Outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Grabs the rosin bag, quickly slams it down. Spins the baseball in his right hand. Gets back into the rubber.
Si on se tue, je compte pas les balles qui se perdent. La vie c'est chelou, je la baise, y'a pas de mystère. Nico, je deviens méchant. Pas de chance, mais une bourge avant. Je connais pas mon bâtiment. J'ai tous les jours d'avant. Les yeux clairs dans l'enfer. L'enfer, je croyais que t'étais droit, mais en fait, je suis pompé traction, j'ai triadé, j'ai dragé les mecs à l'éonita, c'est ta biche, je mettais droit. Et je porte, et je fais ma grosse manière, moi je fais tout seigneur, donc si je veux mon cœur taille. J'ai trop traîné, je t'enferme les vies pour papa. Tu testes pour ça, je comprends pas pourquoi on comprend pas. L'impression qu'il soigne mon cœur de pitié. Couvert d'oseille, ego, je suis sous crabe.
Tell it, man. Tell it, man. Chillin', man. Great, man. Chillin', man. Always happy. Always positive energy, you know what I'm saying? You know. Day 1, day 2,000, getting healthy. Day 3,000, getting healthy. You know. What I'm gonna do tomorrow? I'm gonna get healthy. What's tomorrow's? How many days? 5,000 days of getting healthy. That's what I'm gonna do tomorrow. I'm gonna get healthy on the 6,000th day, 10,000 days. How many days it's gonna take me to get healthy? That's what I wanna know. Is it gonna take 10,000, 20,000, or 100,000 days to get healthy? That's what I'm planning to do tomorrow. I'm getting healthy. Matter of fact, wait, I got video of it. Look at the video. Huh? Look at this. Look at this. Healthy all day. I don't need to go up the stairs, down the stairs. I don't need to pick up weights. I don't need to swim in the pool. I don't need to take karate class. I don't need to do none of that. You know why? It's all natural. I was born like this. There's nothing but power. Look at this. Huh? Don't blame me. Blame God. It's his fault. It's his fault. On day 0, I was already healthy. And I stay healthy 24/7. Huh? How about that? What you gonna do tomorrow? What I'm gonna do tomorrow? Nothing. Because I'm healthy naturally. All the time. Woo! Look at it. Look at it. I don't even need to do push-ups. I don't even need to throw punches. I don't even need to take karate class, boxing class. It doesn't matter. Wrestling, jiu-jitsu, whatever you want to call it. UFC, nothing. It's all natural. So what I'm going to do tomorrow? Nothing. That's how many days it's going to take me to get healthy. 0 days. It's all natural. Huh? How about that? Not 1,000 days, not 2,000 days, not 3,000 days of getting healthy. 0 days. All natural. Look at it. Woo! I even make myself jealous of myself. I'm unstoppable. That's what I'm going to do tomorrow. Wait a minute. I got video of me getting healthy. Right here, baby. Woo! Look at it. Huh? Look at the muscles. Huh? These are the pics right here. Huh? All night, all day, all morning. Whatever you want to call it, it doesn't matter. It's every day. It's every hour, every second, every half. Just look at me. That's it. That's it. All natural, baby. Huh? How about that? Unbelievable. I'm unstoppable.
L'impression qu'il soigne mon cœur de pitié. Couvert d'oseille, ego, je suis sous crabe. De la haine, j'en ai tellement. Et je comprends pas pourquoi on comprend pas. Tout ça dans le noir, et ça peut tourner. Les anges me parlent, moi j'entends pas. Je suis dans la rue, je suis baisé, je m'embête. Et je comprends pas, pourquoi je comprends pas. J'ai trop traîné en bas.
Alright, hurry up. Hurry up. Make me hungry. Where he's at? Where he's at?
We've taken the lead.
Where they at? Where they at? Where they at? Communication. Best guns.
Spy plane ready for deployment. Our spy plane's in the air.
Oh, come on, man!
Enemy spy plane above.
I've been in this. He's upstairs. You hear that shit? Fucking.
Our spy plane's in the air.
Damn, man. Come on.
Enemy spy plane above.
Oh, baby. You got me wrong. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Shit, man.
Enemy sentry gun inbound. We've lost the lead. Enemy spy plane incoming. Friendly care package on the way. Enemy Cobra headed your way. Enemy spy plane above. Pick it up, we're taking a beating. Package inbound. Time's almost up. Friendly RCXD deployed. We didn't come here to fail. Bring it next time.
Yeah.
Deathmatch. Make this quick and clean. Take the lead. Our spy plane's in the air.
Wow. Damn, y'all. Back, bro. Damn, bro. I gotta load the game around him or something.
On the way. Enemy spy plane incoming. We've lost the lead.
Damn, I ain't see that, man.
Enemy care package incoming. Enemy spy plane above. Enemies jamming our radar. Taking the lead. Friendly spy plane inbound.
Damn, man.
Friendly care package inbound. Friendly spy plane inbound.
Man, you look like your father, man. That means they both. Where's the thing? Oh, man. Man, who's it? You don't have to.
Enemy spy plane above. We've lost the lead.
Two coming left side of our spawn.
Roger. You got extra speed to get in there.
Enemy care package incoming.
Alright, man.
Enemy spy plane above. Hind on the way.
Oh, who was that, man?
Friendly care package on the way. Enemy Valkyrie above. We've taken the lead. Our counter spy planes in the air.
What the frick, bro?
Don't hurry up my room.
Enemy spy plane above. Friendly spy plane inbound. Cobra on the way. Lost the lead. Enemy spy plane incoming. Our spy plane's in the air. Pick it up, we're taking a beating. Friendly spy plane inbound.
Got no motherfucking speed. Oh, by one.
Mission compromised. Fall back.
I'm hungry.
defended his welterweight title in Lamont. Garcia would like the body of Sanchez and jacket. No effect whatsoever. Garcia has just picked a tough cookie to deal with here. Garcia's trying to use that to deploy the device and get it stick and get out. Get him at his mark. Sanchez had a penchant for cutting his opponents and has cut several of them all around the eye. Castillo, Castellon, Ford, Cardell, of course. Combination by Garcia that time.
Garcia just doesn't have enough power to really keep the champion off him. But I'll say this, Sanchez said that you have to come to America and get peace. If this is his idea of peace, he can have it.
He'll get a good look at the challenge to Rocky Garcia. And Rocky holding his own as best he can, but was really unable to get his punches off. We take a look at the heavyweight champion of the world looking on. Here to have an opportunity to see him in action. A little bit earlier this evening, highlights of the World Heavyweight Championship exhibition. Larry Holmes is fighting a couple of opponents over a period of 4 rounds. And looking quite sharp indeed. We'll have an opportunity to talk to the champion as well. We come to the 5th round here. A lot of people did not think it would go this far, but here we are in round 5. Salvador Sanchez on the right, and as the challenger, Rocky Garcia on the left. The man is dark. Sanchez was stalking Garcia here. Sanchez has been very effective with the right hand. He's just been unable to follow it up. And he took a couple of shots at Garcia that time. And Sanchez trying to get him down low. There's that right hand again. Again, Garcia comes up. No punches. Up. Classic right hand that time of the champion. Sanchez told me yesterday in conversation that he would like to end this. Between the 1st and 5th round, but he's running out of time, and a chopping right hand sends Garcia back again, another right hand. And another right hand, and a left hand this time. 2 left hands following up the right. And Garcia gets out there once more. Most effective combination where Sanchez has stunned Garcia so far tonight. Right to the heart. Garcia coming up on the rope. Sanchez not really doing any serious damage here. Garcia with the right hand, and that's good. Garcia got the better of that.
One thing Sanchez isn't doing is going to the body. This kid can take a heck of a punch, and he ought to be going to the body and forget about trying to knock him out in 5 rounds or 7 rounds. He ought to be trying to wear him down. He's got a wide young fighter who's been there with the opportunity of his life.
Look at that popping right hand forward that Garcia pops out over the left hand of his own, still in his own corner, back to the rope.
Now there he went to the body, but still 98% of his punches are for the head.
20 seconds remaining in round 5.
Of course, about 90% of those are landing.
Garcia actually has scored with a good number of
punches, but they're just as effective punches. Riding down the inside body, takes another right hand look at the end of the bell. Now, you heard the expression, give me your best shot. Well, Sanchez just loaded up and gave him his best shot. And Garcia looked at him, smiled, and walked back to his corner. I think that just tells Sanchez something about how to fight the rest of this fight. Sorry, Thomas, you would have back to the other round here. So you see Sanchez is trying to press him. He's landing some pretty good stuff in here. There's a left, the Garcia comes right back. He's just a gutsy, quick little kid, and it's difficult to keep him on the road. There's a little bit of pumping that's showing under the left eye now on Rocky Garcia. It's not cut. It's a little bit of redness, a little bit of pumping on the left eye on Garcia. We come to the sixth round. The next one's going to sit on the break. Left shaft by Sanchez. Garcia short to the left hook. There's no questioning about the conditioning of either one of these men. Garcia, preparing for this fight, has run 200 miles and boxed 200 rounds. So they can go 50 and baked 200 clothes.
Let's do this.
Garcia wants to exchange. Sanchez will accommodate him because he just feels he's much stronger and he is. Garcia caught Sanchez with an uppercut, but again, Sanchez does not seem phased at all by Garcia's best punch. Now Garcia is going downstairs. Yep. Or rather, Sanchez. There's a right to the head. Again, Garcia wheels backwards. Now, in the last 20 seconds, Sanchez landed 5 tough body punches. Garcia did an awful lot of fighting in the Olympic Auditorium in Los Angeles, and that has been a great breeding ground for an awful lot of fighters. Right hand by Garcia, the hand of Sanchez. I think Garcia is fighting the best fight he can fight. I don't think there's any question about that. And that's why it's hard to remain a champion. Everybody you see is going to be fighting their best fight. Garcia, once again, scoring with a number of punches. And you can't even say they're ineffective punches. They're not. It's just that Sanchez is flicking them away. Took a left hand from Sanchez that time. Now back to the ropes again. Most of they fight here from left to head. That was the first one of that story that happened. Sanchez missing an awful lot. Trying to go downstairs and he's catching the elbows of Garcia when he does that. So they're certainly giving us an opportunity to see as much of the champion as we could have hoped for and see the champion do his stuff. Hold on, remind you of another HBO sports show coming up, the National Collegiate Boxing Association Finals. That'll be Wednesday, May 19th, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Larry Richard and I were there, along with a special guest commentator who's also here tonight, World Heavyweight Champion Larry Holmes. The very best collegians fighting it out for the United States Collegiate title in 12 weight classes. And that was a very good show, I think, Larry. We had a lot of fun. It was the best of all of the college championships we've done. It was like a real smoker, club fighting spectacle. you take a look at another ex-fighter, and I do mean on your left here, that is not the fighter on your right. And it's the fighter with the glasses. That's right. In the blue there, T.G.E. Jones. Sometimes fighter, most times football player. Far more effective for the Dallas Cowboys than he was in the 18-foot square. Sanchez has given his corner very little to do as far as giving him advice, but they did tell him, again, go to the body, go to the body. Well, simple, the fighter's been up front for the game. That was a low blow. A low blow, and that puts Garcia to his knees. They said to the body that there is a line of demarcation. And the official is now penalizing Sanchez's point.
Many people, by punching your head towards the victim. To do this, he needed to pay attention not just to his own punches, but how his opponent reacted to them. Every detail in their facial expressions.
To the body that time by Julian Jackson. Overhead stopping right in.
Here, Julian hits his opponent with throat punches. Many boxers claim that throat punches don't work. However, Julian Jackson uses three of them to choke out his opponent. Julian Jackson was clueless on what to do against a disciplined outfighter. He may have been great at punishing mistakes, but against a fighter like Mike McCallum, who makes close to no mistakes, that won't do you much good. Julian Jackson was pretty bad at parrying. Against the precision and consistency of a fighter like Mike McCallum, he had no answer, no chance. Julian didn't have the patience required to beat McCallum. Julian was good at punishing mistakes, but he himself had tons of mistakes he made. Most of Julian's punches were misses. After his knockdown, the referee decided that this match was so one-sided that he just stopped it early. If you like this video, I have tons about boxing. I'm sure you'll like the one on screen. Thanks for watching.